Hello everyone, my name is Anna. Anna, welcome back Health Fitness 1047. I wish you a nice day. Here is main news. Let's see then.
1. Sonic 4 development gets definitive progress update from franchise director. The Goal Above Everything franchise director Jeff Fowler provided an update on the development of Sonic the Hedgehog 4, which will continue the adventures of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles as they confront new and returning threats. Following the success of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, where the characters faced two generations of Dr. Robotnik's and Shadow the Hedgehog, voiced by Keanu Reeves, Fowler shared that he is currently enjoying a brief break before diving into creative discussions for the next installment. 2. How Michelle Yeoh influenced Star Trek. Section 31's visual style explained by director. A Woman on Fire. Michelle Yeoh's influence significantly impacted the visual design of Star Trek. Section 31, as noted by director and executive producer Olatunde Osunsanmi. Premiering on Paramount Plus on January 24, the film centers on Captain Philippa Georgiou, played by Yeoh, who is tasked with safeguarding the United Federation of Planets. Yeoh's recent Oscar win and her role in the upcoming Wicked have brought renewed interest to the film, which explores the covert operations of Starfleet's Section 31. Osunsanmi revealed that Yeoh's dynamic performance inspired a unique and cinematic visual style for the film, reflecting Georgiou's complex character and her journey of redemption, diverging from traditional Star Trek aesthetics. 3. Lord of the Rings' most iconic battle hype was made up, but the historian still gave a high score. Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings trilogy has profoundly influenced the high fantasy genre, adapting J.R.R. Tolkien's works and bringing the world of Middle-earth to life through the journey of Hobbit Frodo Baggins and his friend Sam. This award-winning trilogy set a new standard for fantasy adaptations and is regarded as one of the greatest film series. The franchise has expanded into various media, including Prime Video's prequel series The Rings of Power, which explores the Second Age of Middle-earth and the origins of the Rings and Sauron. Additionally, Warner Bros. Is set to release an animated feature film in 2024. 4. If U. F. King put that on the film. Danny Boyle and Alex Garland relive falling out over their 2007 sci-fi movie, which delayed 28 years later by almost 2 decades. 28 Days Later is a significant collaboration between director Danny Boyle and screenwriter Alex Garland, following their earlier work on The Beach. The 2002 film features Cillian Murphy as Jim, a survivor navigating a post-apocalyptic London after the outbreak of the rage virus. Boyle and Garland also served as executive producers for the sequel, 28 Weeks Later, 2007. They are reuniting for 28 Years Later, with Boyle directing and Garland writing, marking their first collaboration in 18 years. During this time, Boyle directed films like Slumdog Millionaire and Steve Jobs, while Garland transitioned to directing with films such as Ex Machina and Annihilation. Cillian Murphy is also an executive producer for the new project. 5. Horizon Chapter 2 gets hopeful release update from Star 6 months after Kevin Costner's Western sequel was pulled from WB's calendar. Isabel Furman provided a hopeful update on the release of Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 2, which was initially set for August 16, 2024, but was removed from Warner Bros.' release calendar. The sequel to Kevin Costner's Western films received largely negative reviews after its debut at the Venice International Film Festival, following the first film's poor box office performance. In an interview, Furman expressed her belief that the film will be released soon, although she has not been given a confirmed date. She highlighted the significance of experiencing the film with an audience at the festival and remains enthusiastic about its future release. 6. Jake Gyllenhaal's action scene in critically panned $336 million fantasy movie somewhat impresses the historian. A historian evaluates the realism of a scene from a Jake Gyllenhaal action fantasy film. Gyllenhaal made his film debut in the 1991 comedy City Slickers and gained recognition in the 2000s with notable films like Donnie Darko, which, despite its initial box office failure, became a cult classic. His other significant works from that decade include The Day After Tomorrow, Brokeback Mountain, Jarhead, and Zodiac. Gyllenhaal also appeared in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Mysterio in 2019's Spider-Man: Far From Home. However, not all of his films have received critical acclaim. 7. Financier agreed to pay for Jamie Foxx's 2004 movie that won him his Oscar on one major condition. Jamie Foxx's career showcases his versatility as he transitioned from comedy to drama. He gained recognition with his roles in Rock and The Jamie Foxx Show before moving into film, where he excelled in various genres, including action and drama. His breakthrough came when he embraced more complex characters, demonstrating his ability to deliver emotionally rich performances, ultimately leading to an Oscar-winning role. 8. Ridley. We talked about this. Ridley Scott's $458 million epic movie gets some details right, but historian is annoyed with sloppy historical inaccuracies. Ridley Scott's $458 million historical film, Gladiator II, has drawn criticism from historians for its inaccuracies, continuing a trend seen in his previous historical works. While Scott is celebrated for his acclaimed sci-fi films like Blade Runner and Alien, his historical films often receive mixed reviews. Despite box office success, films like Napoleon and Gladiator have been criticized for their historical inaccuracies. Gladiator II, featuring Paul Mescal, has also faced scrutiny, particularly regarding the design of ships in its opening naval battle scene. 9. The Brutalist director defends use of AI following backlash. Adrian and Felicity's performances are completely their own. Brady Corbett, the director of The Brutalist, defends the film's use of AI amid criticism. The film, which follows a Holocaust survivor and her architect husband, has gained acclaim, winning 3 Golden Globes and becoming an Oscar contender. However, it faced backlash for employing AI to enhance the Hungarian dialogue of stars Adrian Brody and Felicity Jones, as well as to generate architectural designs. Corbett clarified that AI was only used to refine the dialogue and emphasized that the performances of the actors were entirely their own. He also noted that generative AI contributed to the creation of architectural blueprints in the film's final scenes. 10. I took liberties like a mother. Kerr. The Monkey director reveals why he turned a Stephen King horror story into a comedy, and how the author reacted. Director Osgood Perkins discusses his adaptation of Stephen King's 1980 horror short story The Monkey into a dark comedy. The film, starring Theo James as twin brothers Hal and Bill, follows their unsettling experiences after discovering their father's toy monkey, leading to shocking deaths. Perkins explains in an interview that he significantly altered the original story, stating, "I took liberties like a mother. Kerr, and opted for a lighter tone with added dark humor and gore." He was approached by James Wan's production company, Atomic Monster, to direct the project after they acquired the rights, but he found their initial script too dark and chose to reshape it. 11. It doesn't work that way. Avatar 3 will address something James Cameron says Hollywood always gets wrong. Avatar Fire and Ash will explore the Sully family's new challenges as they encounter the Ash Clan, a fierce group of Na'vi in a volcanic region. Following the events of The Way of Water, creator James Cameron emphasized that the film will delve into the family's ongoing grief over the loss of their son, Neteyam. but will not portray them as vengeful. Instead, the story will focus on their journey of living with their loss in a more nuanced manner. 12. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 deleted scene reveals Jim Carrey's Ivo Robotnik is a live streamer. A deleted scene from Sonic the Hedgehog 3 * reveals that Ivo Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey, is a live streamer. The film follows Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles as they confront Shadow, Ivo, and his grandfather, Gerald Robotnik. The scene, released by Entertainment Weekly, features Ivo live streaming under the name Wavo Diablo while in London, addressing his viewers as eggheads. The scene ends with Agent Stone repeatedly tapping the like button for Ivo. The reason for the scene's removal from the final cut has not been specified. 13. What makes Bridget Jones' Diary 4 stand out from the first 3 films revealed by star in an interview, Leo Woodall. A star of the upcoming film, Bridget Jones, mad about the boy, discussed how the 4th installment differs from the previous 3 films. Set 4 years after the death of Bridget's husband Mark, the film features Bridget navigating new romantic interests while dealing with her grief. Woodall emphasized that the film will maintain the joyous and quirky tone characteristic of the franchise, while also delving into Bridget's emotional journey. The cast includes returning actors Hugh Grant, Emma Thompson, Jim Broadbent, and Isla Fisher. 14. Sonic 3's post-credits characters and Sonic 4 setup explained by director. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 director Jeff Fowler discussed the film's post-credit scene, which features Sonic being attacked by Metal Sonics until Amy Rose arrives to save him. This scene sets up the storyline for Sonic the Hedgehog 4, incorporating elements from the games. Fowler mentioned that discussions are ongoing regarding the roles of Amy and Metal Sonic in the next film, and while they are considering fan input on voice casting and story direction, much of the development is still in progress. 15. Harry Potter franchise director shares thoughts on TV reboot and addresses popular Voldemort fancast. Director Chris Columbus expressed his enthusiasm for the upcoming Harry Potter TV show, which is set to premiere in late 2026, 25 years after the release of the first film. He believes the series, based on J.K. Rowling's books, is a spectacular idea as it allows for more detailed storytelling compared to the constraints of film runtimes. Columbus, who directed the second film, noted that the limited duration of movies made it challenging to include all aspects of the books. 16. Charmy B's potential Sonic the Hedgehog movie inclusion addressed by game actor, who also plays another key character Colleen O'Shaughnessy, the voice of Tails in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, discussed the potential inclusion of Charmy B in future Sonic movies, following the post-credits scene of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which introduced Metal Sonic and Amy Rose as key characters for the next film. O'Shaughnessy expressed her willingness to reprise her role as Charmy, a member of the Chaotix team. She noted that Charmy has been featured more frequently in recent games, indicating a possibility for his appearance in upcoming films. 17. Steven, I'm not doing so well. How Steven Spielberg helped Ke Huy Quan avoid a post-Oscar slump and score his first lead role. Oscar winner Ke Huy Quan credits Steven Spielberg for helping him avoid a post-Oscar slump and land his first leading role. Quan made his film debut in Spielberg's 1984 Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and later appeared in The Goonies. After struggling to find work in Hollywood, he quit acting in 2002 and shifted to behind-the-scenes roles. Inspired by the success of Crazy Rich Asians, Quan returned to acting, first in Finding Ohana, and then in the critically acclaimed Everything Everywhere All at Once, which was a commercial success and earned him an Academy Award. 18. Sonic movie without human characters addressed by star after screen time for stars decreased over 3 movies. Colleen O'Shaughnessy, the voice of Tails in the Sonic movies, discussed the possibility of a Sonic film without human characters in an interview for the digital release of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. While she acknowledged that such a movie could be made, she praised the balance between human and Sonic characters in the latest installment. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 features a star-studded cast, including Jim Carrey and Idris Elba, and has received positive reviews and box office success. 19. Sonic 3 digital release date revealed after record-breaking $422 million box office, and it's very soon. The digital release date for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 has been announced following its successful box office performance, grossing $422 million worldwide. Directed by Jeff Fowler, the film features Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles battling the villain Shadow, with positive reviews from critics. It will be available on VOD on January 21, 2025, and will also be released on 4K UHD, Blu-ray, and DVD on April 15, 2025, along with a 3-movie collection and collectible steelbook editions. 20. James Gunn gives update on DC Studios movies and TV shows to explain one key detail after fan confusion. "We didn't think it was fair." James Gunn has provided clarification on the status of the Elseworlds brand under DC Studios, particularly in light of the upcoming DC Universe, DCU, slate for 2025. Titled Gods and Monsters. While the focus is on the main timeline, DC Studios is also exploring properties outside of it. Although there hasn't been much official news on new Elseworlds projects, Gunn confirmed that the studio is actively working on marketing strategies for this brand. He addressed questions about non-DCU projects like the Penguin TV show and the animated Harley Quinn series, explaining that since DC Studios was involved in developing the Penguin, it features a different branding than typical DC Studios projects.